While there may be a greater God, the gods that are plural with a small g, depicted in virtually all ancient religious texts, including the Bible, were, in fact, alien beings who terraformed and populated the planet for their own reasons. These creator gods were then said to have later returned to Earth and, through a process of genetic manipulation, produced humans, or us. These alien beings are responsible for the megalithic structures around the world, the impossibly rapid growth and advancement of Sumer, the first recognized civilized culture, the domestication of plants and animals, and the unexplainable flaws in human DNA. We have, for example, over 4,000 genetic disorders, vastly more than other primates. This theory is seldom acknowledged or discussed by its competitors, and when it is discussed, it's ridiculed or dismissed outright. In 1976, Zecharia Sitchin provided brilliant interpretations of the writings of the ancient Sumerians, in which they spoke freely of gods from another planet living among them as their lords and masters. Unfortunately, mainstream science can and does dismiss these 4,000-year-old writings on stone tablets as mythology that could not possibly be the actual history the Sumerians portrayed them to be. Today, researchers like Lloyd Pye combine modern DNA evidence with what has previously been put forth by Sitchin and others. DNA provides conclusive proof of what the Sumerians wrote 4,000 years ago when they said that their down-to-earth gods created humans and domesticated plants and animals in a house of fashioning to give the gods their ease. In other words, they genetically engineered the things they needed to make life for themselves as easy as possible on what had to be a distant and no doubt difficult outpost far from their home planet. This is now the core of modern Planet X theories, and this is what will ultimately prevail against the current teachings in the race to identify the truth about origins on our planet.
Man's origins has been on the minds of scientists, priests, and scholars for eons. From the pillars of ancient Greece to the hallowed halls of science, speculation has spanned the ages. In more recent times, the theories of Charles Darwin drastically transformed our views of reality. The problem, however, which even Darwin was forced to admit, was the substantial lack of fossil evidence. Most are familiar with the term missing links. As time has progressed, the evidence which scientists all believe would appear simply has not arrived. While creationists do a fair job of giving evidence which challenges evolution, they then rely on a weak intellectual circle where the Bible proves faith, and you have to have faith to prove the Bible. While such circular logic may be useful within the church, it gives little for the modern seeker of our true origins. If man's appearance was sudden, then who or what did the creating? The biblical verses dealing with the fashioning of the atom are condensed versions of much older detailed Sumerian texts, found inscribed on clay tablets in which the role of the angels in Genesis is performed by the Anunnaki, those who from heaven to earth came. The term Nibiru comes from ancient Sumerian tablets and writings dating back over 5,000 years. Nibiru literally means planet of the crossing. Astronomers speculate it exists and call it Planet X, the home of a technologically advanced human-like alien race, the Anunnaki of Sumerian myth, who came to Earth from Nibiru and were worshipped as gods contributing to humanity genetically. They were in fact alien beings who transformed and populated the planet for their own reasons, later returning to Earth and through a process of genetic manipulation producing humans.